How's it going, everybody? Dieter, Jake.
In touch.
Yeah, we are at Levi Stadium after the 49ers committed elder abuse against
nice.
Aaron Rodgers. That was an ass-kicking of the highest order. That was some January-ass football in September.
They just ran it down their throat with Jordan Mason and big personnel, man. Honestly, my highlight of the game, Eric Saubert.
It's got to be a highlight. We talked about Eric Saubert a lot in the preseason.
Yeah.
They cut him, if you remember.
Yeah, they cut him
on
for
53
roster
men.
purposes and then bring him back, and he was just a hoss, man. You watch him, and I know after this game talking about Eric Saubert is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But, man, go back and watch Eric Saubert.
It was great. They went to a lot of 12 personnel. I thought they used Kyle Juszczyk wonderfully in this game as well. It'll get kind of overshadowed because that's something they constantly do. But they just had big personnel and big runs. And Jordan Mason coming in with Christian McCaffrey sidelined with that calf injury. He's probably going to miss next week too, according to Adam
That's what it sounds
Schefter.
like.
Doesn't seem like a big problem. I mean,
Sounds like they're okay. I mean, listen, I know this is something out of necessity that they did kind of, they had Pierce all out,
Yep.
Ayuk limited, no McCaffrey, but there's something there. We were talking about spreading it out, but
Yep.
going big might be the way to go, at least for the next couple weeks.
and they still went to 11 personnel.
Yeah.
Plenty. Jawan Jennings, I thought, had a really nice
Yeah.
game, and but it was pretty simple. They wanted to establish a physical tone in this contest,
Yeah.
and they really took it to the defensive line and the linebackers of the Jets. And I would even go one step further. So that was obviously a win there.
Mm-hmm.
They knew, and they had heard, oh, the Jets have such great corners. The Jets have such great corners. Well, how good are you if we're running it right at your face? They took Sauce Gardner out of this game for stretches. They took Michael Carter out of this game. They ran at DJ Reed, who's a hell of a player, again and again and again. This was a Kyle Shanahan masterclass. He went right at the weaknesses.
Yeah, and my last takeaway, defense, Fred Warner was on one today. He was incredible. I just thought the defense looked great. I mean, this is like what it's supposed to look like. This looks like the 49ers defense, and they played way better than I think most people kind of expect. They usually start sluggish. They were flying today, man.
Yeah, Fred Warner getting a huge strips fumble on the fourth play of the game.
He shut down Hall from the start.
Yeah, they tried
That's
with
what did
Breece
it.
Hall. And Aaron Rodgers, let's just call it like we see it here. I mean, it's not
Not
week
the same.
18, it's not the full season, but this looked like a 40-year-old man who couldn't move. He had no zip on the football. One hell of a play by Diamador Lenore to get the interception.
He's going to price himself out of the 49ers range if he keeps playing like that.
I had Dante Whitner come on the radio with me and said that he's going to make $30 million a year. I'm not so sure about that number, but 13 sounds like it's a real possibility for Diamador Lenore, who was marvelous in this game. A couple downsides, we got to mention them. I thought Brandon Ayuk had a rough game.
No question.
Dropped two passes in the first half, one in the back of the end zone on a perfectly thrown ball from Purdy, who was fine. He was fine in this game.
Yeah, he's fine. I think he got bored and started going insane. He had that one stretch where he almost threw like 3 picks in a row.
He's wont to do that.
But, not 3 picks. Three bad balls. It doesn't matter. They were dominating. I think he just got bored.
And Colton McKivitz didn't have a great game on the right
Nope.
side, though they
Dominic
did run
Puni,
it.
though.
Dominic Puni
Dominic Puni
looked great. And then finally, Jair Brown did give up a touchdown right up the seam.
Yeah, I'll have to see that one on all 22 if that was him, but it looked bad.
It looked like he was biting on a play that didn't have play action. So
Correct.
Aaron Rodgers taking advantage of a young player. That's about the only player he took advantage of all game. The Jets look abysmal, and
not great.
and the 49ers looked like they were holding back. I mean, that qualified as their fourth first-team practice of the season?
Yeah, that's a tough way to go if you're the Jets, to not even be competitive. It was over in the first half.
It was brutal. It was a brutal game to
Also,
watch.
Jake Moody, 6 field goals.
Hey, Jake Moody. How about it?
Nice doink.
Nice bounce back. It was a hell of a field goal. 53 yards off the inner post. That's how you got to do it. Use the entire
Gotta
cup
love
on
it.
the course,
Gotta love it.
It was a great win for the 49ers. They get the Vikings next week. We'll talk to you before then. We'll talk to you again tonight. Bye.
Yes.